Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a pretty radical idea from Eastern wisdom. What if all our suffering isn't a problem with the world, but just a simple glitch in our own mental software?
It's a huge question, right? The core idea we're going to unpack here is that most of our pain, our anxiety, doesn't actually come from what happens to us. Instead, it comes from some faulty code that's running inside our own minds.
So the teaching goes something like this. When we suffer, we're basically calling tech support about the wrong thing. We're complaining about the hardware, when the real problem is a software issue.
I mean, think about it. We instinctively blame our hardware, right? My job is too stressful, my body is failing me, my circumstances are impossible. But this perspective says, nope, that's not the real source. All of that suffering actually comes from a software glitch. Our unverified beliefs, our internal scripts, what the source material calls our ignorance code.
So what is this faulty software made of? Well, it's these unverified beliefs. These are ideas we just accept as true without ever really checking them out. And they just run quietly in the background of our minds, kind of like an app you forgot to close, draining your battery and causing all sorts of conflict and anxiety. And here are some classic examples of this false code. These are the inner scripts we're talking about. Beliefs like, I'm incomplete, or happiness is out there, somewhere else, just not here. Or maybe it's, I am my job title, or I'm just too busy to ever be at peace. This is the code that creates that constant, low-level feeling of struggle.
Okay, so let's move on to the solution. I mean, if suffering really is just a software problem, then it makes sense that there must be a way to debug it, right? We need a process to fix the code.
The main practice for this kind of mental tune-up is something called satsang. And the source material describes it so well. It's like a pit stop for your mind. It's not about learning more stuff. It's about having wisdom mechanics realign your thinking with what's actually true.
And this process, called Mangalacharan, is basically your daily system update. It's a really structured way to find and delete that buggy code. You listen, you contemplate, and you reflect. You start to see how these false beliefs are actually playing out in your life, and then you can consciously choose to let them go.
So, what's the point of all this? What's the goal? When we debug all of this old, faulty code, what are we actually trying to find underneath it all?
Now this slide has what is, for my money, the best metaphor in the whole teaching. The source says we spend all our lives polishing the paperweight. That's your body, your job, your life story. We're always trying to make it perfect. But in doing that, we completely ignore the flawless diamond of our true self that's been there the whole time.
And the takeaway here is so simple, but so powerful. The goal isn't to get a perfect paperweight. That's impossible. The goal is just to stop obsessing over it and to finally recognize the brilliant and valuable diamond of peace and clarity that is already you.
Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing in theory, but what does this software update actually look like in the real world? Let's take a look at a few reports from the field. So, first up is Barbara. She says she's worrying a lot less. She's not running that constant what-if program anymore. You know, that anticipatory stress that just eats up all our energy? She's just dealing with things as they actually happen.
And then there's Dennis. I love this one. He says he can now spot his mind's old reactive habits as they're happening, and he doesn't fight them. He just sees the old code trying to run, recognizes it, and kind of laughs to himself. There's this amazing sense of detachment, even playfulness.
And finally, David talks about how this new software lets him experience things without automatically slapping an emotional label on them. A bad phone call is just a phone call. It's not a disaster. He's able to separate the actual event from the story his mind wants to tell about it. So let's wrap this up. What does everyday life actually look and feel like when you're running this new, updated internal operating system on a consistent basis?
Well, the core principle is realizing that your mind itself is just a neutral tool. It's not good or bad, and you get to decide what to feed it. You can feed it anxiety and worry, or you can feed it clarity and peace. When you make that choice consciously, stuff like busyness and those knee-jerk reactions just start to dissolve.
The source uses this one last fantastic analogy. Living this way is like driving your car after finally releasing a handbrake that you never even knew was on. I mean, sure, there's still going to be traffic, right? Challenges will still pop up, but your journey through life becomes so much smoother and more effortless because you're not fighting your own internal resistance anymore.
And that brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. What's one piece of buggy code, one unverified belief that you've been running your entire life that you can finally drag into the trash bin today?